Summer's here, and Nordstrom has everything you need for your best dress season ever. From beach days and weddings to weekend getaways and your everyday wardrobe. Discover stylish options under $100 from tons of your favorite brands like Mango, Skims, Princess Polly, and Madewell. It's easy too with free shipping and free returns, in-store order pickup, and more. Shop today in stores, online at Nordstrom.com, or download the Nordstrom app.
The Jack Welch Management Institute at Strayer University helps you go from, I know the way, to I've arrived with our top 10 ranked online MBA. Gain skills you can learn today and apply tomorrow. Get ready to go from make it happen to made it happen and keep striving. Visit strayer.edu/Jack Welch MBA to learn more. Strayer University is certified to operate in Virginia by Chev and has many campuses, including at 2121 15th Street North in Arlington, Virginia.
This is Optimal Health Daily, How to Lighten Up with Effective Stress Management by Dr. Jenny Brockis of drjennybrockis.com. And I'm Dr. Neil, your very own personal narrator. Happy Saturday and welcome back to another weekend edition of Optimal Health Daily. This is where I read to you from some of the best health and fitness blogs on the web, and always with a bit of my commentary at the end. And with that, let's get right to the post as we optimize your life. How to Lighten Up with Effective Stress Management by Dr. Jenny Brockis of drjennybrockis.com. Feeling stressed? It might be better to ask, who isn't? Stress is everywhere, and people are complaining. But there's a massive difference between the stress we experience on a daily basis and the type of severe chronic stress that puts people at risk of burnout. I'm so stressed has become such a universal catch cry, it's become a new normal. The problem here is that if everyone is so stressed, how do we reasonably distinguish between normal, healthy stress and burnout? Otherwise, the high school student feeling stressed about their forthcoming exams or the corporate intern stressed out about the idea of having to present in front of their peers and big bosses might be assumed to be experiencing the same mind-numbing sense of overwhelm of severe chronic stress that leaves the affected person exhausted, feeling hopeless, cynical, ineffective, and burnt out, which they are not. We're talking about two different things. The distinction is important and should never be trivialized because burnout is real. The World Health Organization, or WHO, recently recategorized it as an occupational syndrome, and it's associated with considerable psychological distress and potential mental illness. What we need to get better at is managing our regular stress more effectively that can otherwise cause difficulties, loss of confidence, and performance. Healthy stress elevates performance. Whether you're starting a new job, going for an interview, or studying hard for a degree, there will be challenges, stress, and even some anxiety around how it will all pan out. And that's a good thing because this is what helps you to step up and forward to meet the challenge. Avoid the tipping point. Life can be difficult and messy, so there will be times when all does feel too hard. We don't get the results we expected, and we experience disappointment and frustration. How stress impacts us at any given moment will depend on a number of variables. How tired, hungry, hot or cold you are, your mood, your mindset, your personality, and how much value you ascribe to the stress all play a role. It's the tipping point when healthy stress morphs into distress that the alarm bells need to start ringing. What can help us is to nurture those lifestyle choices and mental skill sets that can help keep us safe. These include what keeps us well, like looking after our nutrition, sleep, and exercise, and developing the emotional and social intelligence skills to understand how our thinking patterns, habits, and mindset can work to help or hinder our success. It's the combination that builds stress resilience, keeping you feeling happy, more in control, and focused on what matters. If you're in an environment that's dragging you down, all the yoga classes and nutritious lunches in the world aren't going to protect you against the perils of overwork, toxic individuals, and lack of support. Smartening up on stress. 1. Understand that stress is a normal response, preparing us to manage a change in our environment. A little extra stress can be hugely beneficial to boost your performance. 2. Engage in proper self-care. You know what I'm talking about. Taking responsibility to ensure we're dealing with the fundamentals of how we eat, move, and sleep to maintain a higher level of brain fitness and be ready to think well. 3. Build self-awareness of how your mind operates to nurture a growth-oriented mindset. Create a positive affect and be more mindful of how your interactions with others influences your energy and outcomes. Challenge your thoughts and language to flip from catastrophizing and negative self-talk to consider what would help best in this current situation. Draw from your accumulated wisdom and support of those who know and understand us the best. 4. Reduce your mental load. Your brain receives over 11 million bits of information every second, a slightly overwhelming amount of information, not all of which is relevant to you, your survival, or thrival. Because your brain can only process 40 bits, reducing your cognitive pressure comes from using your brain correctly, that is, choosing to monotask. 5. Take regular brain breaks across your day. A couple of 15 to 20 minute sessions to take a break and dissociate from the heavy lifting thinking you've been engaged in gives the brain the time it needs to reboot and re-energize. And don't forget to take a lunch break too. The distraction from focused thought has been shown to be crucial for consolidating memory, reflecting on the past, and planning the future, as well as diminishing the risk of decision fatigue. 6. Reflect on your life and work by taking time out to sit and think, to give thanks for what you have, to check you're on track for what you hope to achieve and align to your core purpose. Your mental and brain health can be helped significantly by allocating a small amount of time, 20 to 30 minutes each day, just for you. And 7, focus on the small things each day that nourish your soul, spending time in the great outdoors, listening to music, or taking time out to rest and recover on a daily basis. Running away for a long weekend will provide a much-needed breather, but won't change anything on your return. Life is busy, challenging, and full. How good is that? This is what keeps us engaged, focused, and learning. So, let's quit complaining about normal stress and focus on staying well, performing at our best, and minimizing our risk of burnout or mental mood disorders. You just listened to the post titled, How to Lighten Up with Effective Stress Management by Dr. Jenny Brockis of drjennybrockis.com, and I'll be right back with my commentary.
Oikos presents 15 Seconds of Strength.
Here we go. Steve's got a trunk full of groceries and no one to help him.
Oh, that's tough, Jim. Looks like a 5-trip load at least.
He grabs the first bag, the second. Bob, it looks like he's trying to do it all in one trip. He shimmies the door open, steps over the dog, and he stumbles.
Oh, right into the kitchen without missing a beat. Jim, now that's a man who eats his protein-packed Oikos.
With 15 grams of complete protein in each cup, Oikos 000 can help build strength for every day. Oikos, stronger makes everything better.
Close your eyes, exhale, feel your body relax, and let go of whatever you're carrying today.
Well, I'm letting go of the worry that I wouldn't get my new contacts in time for this class. I got them delivered free from 1-800-CONTACTS. Oh my gosh, they're so fast.
And breathe.
Oh, sorry. I almost couldn't breathe when I saw the discount they gave me on my first order. Oh, sorry. Namaste.
Visit 1-800-CONTACTS.com today to save on your first order.
1-800-CONTACTS.
Dr. Neil here for my commentary. I want to go back to Dr. Brockis' third suggestion. This is where she discussed building self-awareness related to how our minds operate, to nurture a growth-oriented mindset, and to basically be more positive and mindful of how our interactions with others influence our energy levels. This was the area I tended to struggle with the most when I feel stressed. Whenever I was feeling overstressed, I would find myself having a very difficult time trying to act more positively. Then I would feel worse because why can't I find the positive in this situation? So now, not only am I feeling really stressed, but on top of that, I'm feeling like I can't effectively cope with that stress either. So something I found really helpful whenever I feel stressed or anxious or overwhelmed or even unsure of myself is to stop and ask myself this: how would the best version of me act in this situation? So again, I'm feeling stressed, anxious, overwhelmed, or unsure of myself. I stop and ask myself that question. how would the best version of me act in this situation? How would the ideal version of myself deal with all of this? And more often than not, I end up feeling relieved and with a clear idea of how to cope with the situation. I find it gives me really clear direction. So if this is something you struggle with too, try it out the next time you feel like you need a little wisdom from your ideal self. All right, that'll do it for the Saturday episode. I hope you're having a great weekend. Thank you so much for being here and listening every day. Thank you so much for sharing this show with someone. And of course, I'll be back here tomorrow as usual. So I'll see you there where your optimal life awaits.